Because life will test you before it rewards you. Most people want an easy life. Mentally strong people want a meaningful one. Welcome to this video. If you click this, it's not by accident. Something in your life is demanding more strength from you. More discipline. More control. More resilience. And today, we're going to build that. Not motivation that feels good for 5 minutes. But a mindset that lasts when life gets uncomfortable. Stay until the end, because this isn't about hype. This is about becoming unbreakable. Let's begin. Life doesn't break people. Pressure reveals them. When things are calm, everyone looks confident. Everyone feels capable. Everyone talks big. But the real test comes when life applies pressure. When plans fail. When people doubt you. When progress is slow. When no one is clapping. That's where mental strength is born. Being mentally strong doesn't mean you never feel pain. It means pain doesn't control your decisions. It doesn't mean you don't get tired. It means you don't quit when you're tired. Mentally strong people understand one truth early in life: discomfort is not the enemy. Avoidance is. Most people run from discomfort. They escape into distractions. They numb themselves with entertainment. They delay hard decisions. And slowly, without realizing it, they weaken their mind. Because the mind works like a muscle. Avoid resistance, and it weakens. Embrace resistance, and it grows. Mental strength starts with ownership. No blaming your past. No blaming your parents. No blaming society. No blaming luck. You take responsibility for where you are and where you're going. The moment you say, "This is my life, and I am responsible for it," you take back power. Weak minds ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Strong minds ask, "What is this teaching me?" That question alone changes everything. Mental strength is built in silence. It's built when no one is watching. When there's no reward. When there's no praise. It's waking up early when you could sleep in. It's doing the work when motivation disappears. It's staying disciplined when emotions beg you to stop. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is mental. If you rely on motivation, you will always be inconsistent. If you build discipline, consistency becomes automatic. Mentally strong people don't wait to feel ready. They move while feeling uncertain. They don't wait to feel confident. They act, and confidence follows. Confidence is not the cause of action. It's the result of repeated action. You don't become mentally strong by thinking about it. You become mentally strong by doing hard things repeatedly. Let's talk about pain. Pain is unavoidable. Suffering is optional. Pain says, "This is difficult." Suffering says, "I can't handle this." Mentally strong people feel pain, but they don't add unnecessary suffering. They don't exaggerate problems. They don't catastrophize setbacks. They don't turn one failure into a life sentence. They stay present. They focus on what they can control. Their actions. Their effort. Their attitude. You can't control outcomes. You can control input. When you stop obsessing over results and start respecting the process, your mind becomes calmer, sharper, stronger. Mental strength is emotional regulation. You don't react to everything. You don't explode at small triggers. You don't let temporary emotions dictate permanent decisions. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every feeling deserves your reaction. Strong minds pause. Weak minds react. Before speaking. Before quitting. Before giving up. They pause. They create space between stimulus and response. And in that space lies power. Let's be honest. Most people are mentally weak because they live for comfort. Comfort feels good now. But it steals from your future. Comfort delays growth. Comfort dulls hunger. Comfort numbs urgency. Growth requires friction. Mentally strong people choose short-term discomfort for long-term freedom. They train when they don't feel like it. They learn when it's difficult. They face conversations they'd rather avoid. They don't ask, what's easy? They ask, what's necessary? Mental strength also means learning to be alone. If you can't sit with yourself in silence, you'll always chase noise. Strong minds don't fear solitude. They use it. Silence sharpens focus. Solitude builds clarity. Isolation strengthens self-awareness. When you're comfortable alone, you stop seeking validation from people who don't matter. You stop chasing approval. You stop bending yourself to fit into places you've outgrown. You become self-directed. Mental strength is also about delayed gratification. Doing what needs to be done now instead of what feels good now. Most people trade their future for the present. Mentally strong people invest the present into the future. They understand that success is rented, not owned. And rent is due every day. No shortcuts. No excuses. No entitlement. They show up consistently, even when progress feels invisible. Because they understand something most people don't, results lag behind effort. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean it isn't happening. Roots grow before trees do. Mental strength means trusting the process even when the evidence isn't obvious yet. Let's talk about failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Weak minds fear failure because they tie it to identity. Strong minds see failure as feedback. They don't say, I failed, so I am a failure. They say, that didn't work. Let's adjust. They detach ego from outcomes. Your worth is not defined by one attempt. Your future is not ruined by one mistake. Mental strength is resilience. Getting hit and standing back up. Again. And again. And again. Not because it's easy. But because quitting is not an option. Strong people don't always feel strong. They just refuse to surrender. Mental strength also means setting boundaries. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't grow in environments that drain you. Strong minds protect their energy. Their time. Their focus. They say no without guilt. They walk away without drama. They don't explain themselves to people committed to misunderstanding them. They know their mission is bigger than temporary approval. Mental strength requires self-honesty. No lying to yourself. No sugar-coating weaknesses. No pretending you're doing enough when you're not. Strong people confront their flaws. They don't hide from them. Because what you confront, you can change. What you avoid, controls you. Ask yourself hard questions. Am I disciplined, or just motivated sometimes? Am I focused, or just busy? Am I growing, or just aging? Those answers shape your future. Mental strength is built daily, not overnight. One decision at a time. One habit at a time. One disciplined action at a time. You don't need to transform your whole life today. You need to win today. Win the morning. Win the workout. Win the hour of focused work. Win the decision not to quit. Small wins compound into unshakable confidence. Mental strength is also humility. Knowing you don't know everything. Being willing to learn. Being open to correction. Ego makes the mind fragile. Humility makes it adaptable. Strong minds listen more than they speak. Observe more than they judge. Learn more than they complain. They understand that growth requires being uncomfortable with not knowing. Let's talk about pressure again. Pressure is not a curse. It's a privilege. Pressure means something is expected of you. Pressure means you're in the arena. Pressure means you have potential. Weak minds crack under pressure. Strong minds sharpen. They prepare instead of panic. They breathe instead of break. Pressure reveals preparation. Mental strength is also about patience. Not everything happens on your timeline. Not every effort pays off immediately. Strong minds don't rush. They endure. They understand that mastery takes time. That real success is built slowly. Fast results often disappear fast. Slow progress builds foundations. Mental strength means trusting time while doing the work. Let's address fear. Fear doesn't disappear when you become strong. You just stop letting it decide for you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's action despite fear. Every meaningful life requires courage. Courage to start. Courage to fail. Courage to stand alone. Courage to keep going. Strong minds don't wait for fear to leave. They move with it. Mental strength is also gratitude. Not toxic positivity. Not ignoring problems. But acknowledging progress. Recognizing growth. Appreciating how far you've come. Gratitude stabilizes the mind. It keeps you grounded during success and hopeful during struggle. Strong people don't forget where they started. Finally, understand this: mental strength is a choice. Every day. In every moment. You choose discipline over comfort. You choose growth over excuses. You choose responsibility over blame. You choose action over fear. And those choices shape your identity. You don't become mentally strong by wishing for it. You earn it through behavior. So when life gets hard, remember this: hard doesn't mean impossible. Hard means necessary. You are stronger than you think, but only if you demand more from yourself. Build a mind that doesn't break under pressure. Build habits that don't collapse under stress. Build discipline that doesn't depend on mood. Be mentally strong. Not for applause. Not for validation. But because your future depends on it. If this message resonated with you, stay consistent. Rewatch it when motivation fades. Apply what you heard. Thank you for watching. If you want more content that sharpens your mindset and strengthens your discipline, subscribe to the channel. Like the video if it added value. Share it with someone who needs mental strength right now. And comment below: what does being mentally strong mean to you? Stay focused. Stay disciplined. And keep moving forward.